Welcome to another episode of the Mockingbird Show, and today I'm going to talk about a very interesting thing. I think every parent can relate to it. It's sharenting. Sharing information about your child on digital platforms. And this is interesting because we all tend to do it. But before I go ahead with this topic, I would ask you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't as yet. Every subscription means a lot to me and it is a big motivation for me. So before you forget, click the subscribe button. Thank you. Okay, so let us discuss sharenting. In today's world, a child makes a debut in the internet, sometimes even before they are born, in the social media posts of their parents. And so, in this digital age, we can see a lot of children who are there in the internet. But do we as parents realize that there are risks attached to it? Have we in some way intruded on our child's privacy? Or have we made them mere puppets because they are not able to give the consent to what we are posting about them? So have we made them puppets in our hands where they are, showcased to the world, even if they do not want it to be? So let us look into a few things which is like understand in detail what is sharenting, what are the perils attached to sharenting, and the child's right to privacy, and also some best practices I would like to share in this show. So be there till the end. Sharenting is the practice of sharing information about children by parents via digital platforms, through photographs, videos, personal conversations, which they have with their children. And we can see that children are living a lot of digital footprints from early on because of these posts or their social media presence. And generally we see that the platforms used for these posts are Facebook, which is about 37%, Instagram 36%, then we have the YouTube, which is about 22%, and Twitter around 12%. And it is seen that about 75% of parents post about their children in social media. And some research done with the parents, some interviews have revealed that many children ask their parents to remove these posts later. I'm going to show a pie chart from the internet that depicts since how early actually the parents start posting about the children in the social media platforms. If we look at sharenting, it is done out of goodwill. There is no malice. As a parent, I feel very proud when I hear my child speak for the first time. I have a video of that. I share it with people. The child's first walk, the way the child is eating, or other things, the wins, when they get a prize. So we share out of goodwill. So sharenting sometimes is also helpful when parents are sharing about things like male parenting. So it's normalizing male parenting, or a parent of a gifted child or a special child is sharing some achievements of the child that can motivate other parents who are dealing with such kind of children. So these can be motivational, it can be helpful, but at the same time, the perils related to it are humongous. Let us first consider the child's right to privacy. So I'll read out from the UNCRC. So Article 16 of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Children outlines that no child shall be subjected to arbitrary or unlawful interference with his or her privacy, family, home, or correspondence, nor to unlawful attack on his or her honor and reputation, and that the child has a right to the protection of the law against such interference, or attacks. Article 8 of the UNCRC further preserves the importance of a child's identity, while Article 19 states that all children have the right to protection. So, parents are the primary protectors of a child, and they are the caretakers of the child. And it is very important that they understand not to put the child in peril, and it goes against the child's rights. And that is why it is important that parents give their children the very needed safety net. Another peril that I would want to discuss is victimization. It has been seen that these photos that are uploaded can find way to pornographic platforms, and this can be a threat to the child. It can also lead to child trafficking, kidnapping of children, and so many other malpractices that we can see in the society. So it is very important to safeguard their best interest by the parents and not reveal photos that can later, be found in objectionable websites and stuff. Another peril is identity theft. Nowadays, children's photos and details are used by cyber criminals to conduct fraud, and that has become very rampant, and we need to be very vigilant against such kind of practices which can happen with even our own child. Sharenting can also lead to negative impact on the child's future. So many times parents upload conversations, dances, and different kind of moods of the child, and that can later lead to the child getting bullied by his or her peers, by the family, by relatives, and that can be a matter of shame for the child. And also, once these things become public, they can be downloaded, they can be screenshot and kept, and that can be used later with the child for causing distress. And these kind of incidences have been seen. Even in 2020, there was one instance when a mother uploaded, without the child's knowledge, a conversation she was having with the little one about his own marriage. And that actually went viral, and there were so many shows and so many concerned people who came up and were discussing how difficult that would be to the child and how it can affect the child's mental health in the future. Because nowadays it is the trend, it is the style of parents going online and sharing stuff. So I would want to suggest a few best practices that parents can choose while they are sharenting. First of all, I would like to tell the parents not to do it at all, but still, if they are so wanting to share, I would suggest a few things. Number one, please be careful with the privacy. Look at the privacy settings. See to it that the photos and the videos are only shared with people you know personally, and that they would cause no harm to your child. So the privacy settings are very important. Also, never share, the photos of your child in a state of undressing, or when the child is not wearing any clothes, or in some kind of scenarios in the house which can cause that photo to later find way to platforms like these pornographic sites and all of that. Parents need to choose what kind of images they are putting of their child on social media, and be very, very careful. Parents need to understand the boundary between public and private life, because we tend to cross it very frequently in our society. And since sharenting is a new phenomena, there are no laws that has come up. There are countries like France who is working on a law related to these practices, and some other countries as well. So I would request our policymakers to come up with certain laws that would respect and protect the privacy of the child and give the child a safety net. We know that parents do it without any malintention, but then the predators, and in today's day and age, it is not at all advisable. Sometimes parents also claim that the child has no objection to such photographs being posted in the net, in fact, that they are happy. But you know, parents, it's easy to get the consent of the child, but it is your responsibility to protect the child in every possible way because you are their guardian. So stop sharenting. See you in another episode of The Mockingbird Show, which is going to come up next week. I'll get back to you with another very interesting topic. Until then, bye bye.